I'm going to press the ball of my foot right on the side. And you guys may want to get up so you can actually see this. I'm going to press the ball of my foot very close to her neck. Okay. You guys see that right there? Okay. And then I'm going to take her head and I'm going to roll it over my ankle, and I can support with my foot so I can kind of dorsiflex my toes and get some control over the movement of her neck.
So like a Thai massage?
Same, yep. And we're just gonna press in deeper in areas where there's more tension, lighter over the bony landmarks, more diffuse pressure. And we're just going to use our foot just like we would our hand. So sliding all the way up to the occipital ridge. Is that pressure okay?
Yeah.
Pressing down, very broad strokes. And so you can handle deeper pressure when you have these broad strokes. Compressing that shoulder down, bring it back. And your heel is securely planted on the table while you're doing this. So if you do that, there's no risk of like your foot slipping or you. I heard, someone told me a horror story of, and I don't know if it's true, it might be like the other urban legend type things, but someone told me a horror story about a therapist that their foot slipped and they broke someone's clavicle, you know. You'd have to be unsupported and off balance, and doing something that you shouldn't to really have that happen, because
Or osteoporosis in the
yeah,
clavicle.
but look, if my foot slides, it's not going to hit her clavicle,
Right.
you know, and it's pretty firm and secure here at the table.
It takes a lot of force to break a clavicle too.
Right, yeah. So maybe if she was standing up on one foot, you know, and had her heel right here or something, you know what I mean, like some bizarre thing.
I
But
separated.
don't do that,
I
you know.
separated my AC joint, and like that was about 15 mile per hour.
Oh wow.
Force.
Force, yeah.
I
So-
mean that's so much force.
Yeah.
You almost.
So
couldn't
I
do
tried
it.
to dig down further and get like the background or the details on it, and there wasn't any. So anyway, but just be aware as you work, and always be careful and always be present. You know, if something doesn't look right, if the client looks awkwardly positioned, don't forge forward with your work and with your massage.
A little bit lighter.
Okay. Readjust what you're doing. Is that okay right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there will be a moment where you'll notice something doesn't seem right. And it's paying attention to that, you know. And whatever work we're doing, we always make our movements fit our client. We don't try to make our client fit the movement that we're doing. Not every movement will be right for every client. Is that pressure still okay?
Yeah.
Should be right on the edge, but not going over it.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like right there.
Yeah.
Half a gram more and I'd be.
And it'd be too much.
Yeah.
Okay. And you should be very relaxed as you work. So you should just look and feel very chill, very relaxed and comfortable. It should be nice and flowy.
Most of the Eastern modalities seem to be like that.
Yeah. It's the law of least resistance, conserving chi. It's becoming very, very good at what you do and efficiently utilizing your resources so that it doesn't take very much effort.
I'm putting me to sleep just watching you do that.
And then it's really sustainable. Like you can work your entire life because you're only getting healthier. You know, very relaxed work. But it's actually deeper work, isn't it?
Interested in feel the muscles release and kind of.
Yeah, lots
Weird.
of lots of processing goes on with this style massage. Bring that shoulder down. I was just compressing her shoulder down so she could feel. So it gets elevated. So I just want to show her what it's like to have it press down. Okay, so then we're going to place our feet together, like in a little foot prayer or a little foot waikuru, and then we can just do some pressure points. So just feeling for any spots where divots where you sink down. These are all the pressure points in the body. And you'll be drawn into them, your client is drawn into them.
But how much pressure are you using?
It depends on the person I'm working on. Really, for doll rate, like it's so subjective. You're learning to be in sync with the person you're working on.
So you're not doing it like the cranial, where it's
On
just,
some people I might.
You might.
And on other people I might go very, very deep.
because it looked like you were going kind of deep.
On her I am, yeah. We are tapping into whatever signals relaxation and signals health to their body.
Mm-hmm.
For some people that's counter pressure. For some people that's very light touch. It's almost always secure touch though, you know, and touch with intention.
Mm-hmm.
But we both get drawn into like this sort of swirly, amazing meditative state. Can you feel it when we go there, Valerie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, voice doesn't want to work.
I understand. It's assisted meditation, you know? Like the shortcut to getting people there so they can really feel. Okay. So you could spend more time on that if you wanted to. And now, usually I would cover my clients' eyes unless it was someone I worked on a lot, you know? And so then we can now work with the arms. We're going to step to the side. Okay, so from our chair position, we're going to go ahead and stand up. And then I'm going to use my foot that is closest to her body, and I'm going to slide my toes underneath her shoulder, underneath her scapula. And then I'm going to use my other foot to bring this arm back. And I'm just going to do some compression here. So just compression all along the arm and the pec attachments.
Oh, there.
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just using the arch of my foot. Right there, is that okay? And I'm gonna get around the pecs. So I'm below the clavicle right now. Just make sure you aren't stepping actually on the clavicle. I'm just gonna compress right here. A little bit less right there.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. So really make sure you're feeling all the bony landmarks and that you're working around them and responding to them. and that you're using precision. Pressing. Okay. And now I'm going to pivot and stand close to her armpit. I'm gonna take this leg under and bring her arm around. Okay. I'm gonna come down, move the sheet out of the way. I'm gonna support on her fingertips, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of compression. Is that compression okay? Okay, using the arch of my foot. The pressure by the hand should all be in your heel.
And that's used just to stabilize the arm so it's flat and there are no open spaces, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you see the arm is in an awkward position, you're gonna move it to a position that's safe and comfortable, which will usually be like kind of rolling it out a little bit, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some oil. So when someone is in supine position, I don't stand over and straddle over them. It feels invasive and kind of blurs boundaries. So you wanna not do that. So I'll step down to apply oil for this. Okay. And then I'm gonna just do some FLR. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of strip the forearm here, which is so great for us as massage therapists. And then twisting with the ball of the foot. And then just some FLRage. Coming back. Is that pressure okay on your forearm? Oh yeah, you totally need this. You've been doing tons of massage. This is good.
Oh, and then my other job also attacks
yeah.
my arms, so
It does.
I love when people pay attention to that.
Yeah. So this will be good for her. And then I will step over the body, but I'm not just gonna stand there and do draping. And then I'm gonna support the fingertips and bring the arm in a little bit. Actually, let's do this one first. I'll bring the arm out and then compress the pec attachments.
There.
Right there is okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then compression as we move down the arm.
Is it just me or did it get brighter?
Is that okay right there?
Yeah.
So sometimes in clinic, when you guys only have 1 hour, all you can do is the back of the body, prone, the neck, and then some compressions with your hands. Because a proper Ashiatsu, doing the whole thing, really is about 2 hours. So now I'm gonna pivot and bring the arm down. I'm gonna support the fingertips. I'm gonna bring her arm in towards her body a little bit. And then do some compressions. This is one of my favorite massage styles to give. But there's so many that are fun, right? So, tie is fun, cupping is fun, especially if you're working with fire cupping, which you probably shouldn't say anything. Will someone hand me that pillowcase to stand on? I could have also put the towel down. Okay, so just applying oil. And then we'll do our effleurage. I'm really stripping those forearms. Twisting with the ball of the foot.
That feels wonderful.
Till you mean it. Okay, so now, let's slide up the hands. We're gonna come down to the legs. So we'll go ahead and undrape one leg. And apply oil. If you don't feel stable standing on the table, then you'll stand on the ground, right? Always make sure you feel stable. Okay, so I'm going to turn and face my client's foot. I'm gonna use my leg that is more inferior to support and stabilize her foot. And then I'm gonna use my other foot to work the lateral part of her leg. Strokes. So just effleurage. Around the hip and back. So just these basic effleurage strokes. And then we'll switch legs. We'll support her foot again with the other leg. And apply a little bit of oil to my foot. And then we'll work the medial aspect. I never go directly over the patella. I'm always staying just either medial or lateral to it. Do you guys see that? You mold around it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring her leg out. Bring that sheet with me. Might need to get her arm out. And I'm going to tuck my foot underneath her leg. And I'm going to come up. So we need a little more oil. So in this case, I'll usually just apply it to my foot. And I'll come up and then pivot back. And then you can use your other foot if you'd like. Pushing out and then coming back in front of you. Pushing out.
That's a little tender.
We go a little bit lighter, like that. How's that?
Oh, it's good.
It's good?
It's
Just
tender.
Okay. So now I'm going to support her leg and I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to use my body to support it, kind of bring it to the side. And put a little bit of oil on my foot. And then we'll be going down and around and coming back up. The pressure okay? leg, I'm gonna support under that popliteal space. And traction down. And then just do a few more strokes. Your leg straight. Just for continuity. And then we'll go ahead and hold at the hip, hold down below, and drape the leg. And we'll undrape now the other leg. So applying oil. Supporting the leg. And then if you're facing out, you're working medially. If you're facing inward, you're working laterally. Switch. Other direction. So we could do more strokes than that, just for the demo. And then also with awareness of time. Okay, so now we're gonna bring her leg out. So we wanna bring that sheet with us. And we'll bring that leg out.
I'm a touch cold.
Wait,
I'm a little cold.
are you cold? Does someone have a sheet or blanket you can put on her? Thank you. Does that feel okay? Okay. So we could also do compressions here. This is pressing out and then coming back, pivoting back. So down and back. So we've got a focus on the quads as we go down and a focus on the adductor as we come down. You guys see that? And then we could also do just some compressions. I think you guys are gonna be amazing at this. No doubt. There's like thousands of other movements too, but this is good, so we'll get started. And then we're gonna bring her leg up. Support that leg. And make sure we're not standing on the sheet. And then working the outside of the leg, the IT band, and even a little bit of the glutes here.
Can you get the, is it called the hip flexor?
Yeah, you got a little TFL in there. There's some hip flexor up here at the top. Tensor fascia lata. Pivoting and sliding down and off, and then step, turn, pivot, and traction that leg. And then just a few more little strokes. Now there is a whole abdominal massage, but we don't learn that in this class because this is going to be enough, you know. But just so you guys know, there's a lot more to this. I go back and study every year. In fact, just a couple months ago, I was in India studying this style of massage, but not on the table. The Shivuji Thermal form. But that's where all this came from. You know. Point of Fiji, and they have a style of barefoot massage there.
Are you going to Tony
fun.
Robbins out there?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. To a life and wealth mastery training. Okay. So now we're done standing on the table, so we can step down and we'll traction the feet. Sometimes I'll just do a little bit of reflexology, twisting here. And then I'll come back up and we'll do a little compression and a little bit of sweeping nerve strokes. So I'll compress at the pec attachments and then walk down the arms. And then sweeping out 3 times, down the arms 3 times. I'll usually get on the center of the body, out by the hips 3 times. I'll compress by the hips, kind of traction, jostle, and then sweep 3 times down the legs. And then I'll hold underneath the heels, holding the Achilles tendon, traction back. And then I'll slide my thumbs around to the kidney 1 point, also diaphragm area reflexology, and just be present with my client for a moment. Yeah, you don't have to force anything or interject anything. Just being present with them is the most healing, you know? Like that natural, pure presence is the absence of all like psychological pathology, you know what I mean? Like it's pure, so you don't have to say a prayer, you don't have to like send loving energy, you just have to be present, and that does all of it, you know? And it will be exactly what they need. Okay, thank you.
So sorry.